Are you winning, son?
I'm considering Chris Wood in my team and we've still got a month to go. I am definitely not winning right now. But welcome to my FPL 2020 to 2021 first draft. As this is a very special occasion, I've actually contacted the first player in my team so he can send me a video reveal of himself. And this is what we got.
Come on, Wilfried Boney. Score some goal for Swansea. We go wild.
Okay. We're not quite that lucky to have the absolute Don himself, Wilfried Boney, scoring all the goals for us. But at least I had the pleasure to talk to the legendary ex-England manager himself, discussing what formation is best. This is what he had to say.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nathan Bacon FC
will be playing 4-4-2.
Starting in goals, we have a lot of options to consider from. Last season's top scoring keeper, Nick Pope, is very high up on the list. But at 5.5 million, that is slowly fading into a nope. We also have top quality shot stopper, Kepa, at 5 million, who's apparently been watching Traore's arms being baby oiled and has been saying, hang on a minute, I've been doing that to my gloves all season, spilling all the goals and spilling all the beans. Like, imagine being the world's most expensive keeper and still being replaced by a 38-year-old Willie. Not for me. So instead, we will settle for Southampton's, Daddy Ings FC's keeper, Alex McCarthy. He's not quite Chris MD's cat saving all the shots, but definitely a great option in a better performing Southampton, where I'm expecting more clean sheets than any keeper in the entire world all season. Our first defender is none other than the premium man himself, Sir Trent Alexander. You remember when he got caught texting our pregnant fan? Well, those messages were actually leaked. And this is what it said. I'm pregnant. Wow, that's hot. But have you heard of Nathan Bacon FC? Best FPL tuber that should put me in his team. And there we have it. Not like he got over 200 points with 4 goals and 15 assists last season or anything, nah. But from his own request, he's in. Then the rest of the defence. Oh dear. Alright, post-COVID economy is also affected by FPL team, as we're going to have to go proper budget at the back to fill this defence. The first being Ruben Goncalo Silva Nascimento Vinagre, also just known as the injured Johnny replacement, Vinagre. The injury to Johnny No Papa means Vinagre could come in as a starting attacking fullback for one of the best defences in the league at a cheap price, where he's a fresh young player wanting to prove his worth in this team. You'd assume Johnny wouldn't be rushed straight back with his baddie boo injury, so Salt and Vinagre on my chips as my first budget defender. Next in the queue is, dare I say it, a Burnley defender. Oh, yeah, that's right. But for now, it's Charlie Taylor. Now, I'm not sure what fullbacks are completely nailed because they've been rotating around with injuries and that. So world-class Taylor is here for now. 4.5 million, cheaper than Pope, but can still get all of his clean sheet points. Absolutely sexy stuff. With our final budget defender being a Leeds defender. I know, right? 2020 proper cray-cray. But for now, it's Luke Ayling. Leeds actually have some decent defender options, but still unclear if they'll get a few recruitments in and things might change. So the safe attacking fullback of Ayling is going A in my team. And that is my back line. Now on paper, if this was actually a defence, Emil Heskey would score at least 3 goals a game against them. Nah, that's a lie. 5 goals a game. But they are all attacking fullbacks who in their team should also get a good number of clean sheets for all of the pointages to happen. But now on to the big hitting, jaw-spinning midfield, which costs so much I put more money into it than I have OnlyFans. Starting with the Egyptian king himself, the FPL king, Mo Salah. Salah at the same price as Mane surely means Salah better than Mane. With not only is Salah on penalties, free kicks and even sometimes corners, but he's so trigger happy, he takes more shots than an average alcoholic. Trust me, I would know. I was a uni student for 4 years. Next to him is the brand new midfielder, free scoring winger, who even though would probably celebrate a goal against #United by doing like 7 backflips, it is Aubameyang! Mr. Pierre is very consistent, loves getting all the goals and isn't afraid to score more than 1 goal a game. And even more so under Arteta, he looks like he could have one of his best seasons for Arsenal yet, where he will be looking to break all the records, mainly the most backflips in a season, but yeah, that's fine. But imagine Lacazette leaves and then he plays as a striker out of position with Willian and Pepe assisting him all season. Oh, damn, son. Yes, thank you, please. And that's why he's in. With the final heavy-hitting, pocket-emptying premium midfielder being the sexy ginger lad himself, Kevin De Bruyne! Now, even at 11.5 million, he's still worth it, honestly. Most points out of anyone last season, the best player in the league right now by a mile, and I'm expecting Man City to give every team a little bit of a smack on the bottom and destroy everyone. With this man being the main man in my team too. With the final midfielder filling up my team with Philip Foden. Now, we all know the true jaw spinner, bold Fraudiola, is the one that loves rotating more than a bloody mathematician, but even if Foden doesn't start all games, with how much Man City score, also with Foden being effectively the David Silva replacement, but that can also play on the wing. Unless Pep decides to do his tactical masterclass like he did against Lyon and play 3 defensive mids again, I think Foden is a very good price to get all the goals. Also might actually be quite low owned with the amount of people that don't want that rotation risk. But me, I'm willing to take that risk. And that is the big boy midfield. Now, with so many premiums here in midfield, I think it's important to have at least 2, maybe 3 like me, so that if some of them have some really good fixtures, or some of them are just playing really, really well, it's quite easy to swap the players, do a little truffle shuffle of the players, switch them around and get all the points. But I am forgetting to mention the best midfielder in the entire league, Daniel James. The Welsh Sonic himself. He's so fast, he just sprinted out my FPL team. Oops. Can't use him now, what a shame. Oh no. Then, moving on to the snack attack, we have the French Henri, Anthony Martial. Now, this is the one that might tickle some of your pickles, but I actually prefer Martial out of any of the other United options, especially if Sancho comes, because I feel like this is the season that you can get at least 20 goals easy, with all of the other players assisting him too. His place is probably the safest in the team too, but my main reason for picking him is so that I have a forward at his price, so that if a Werner or even a Daddy Ings starts putting all of the goals in the holes, then it's an easy move to get in good performing players. Because it's not just about having the best team for a couple of games, you gotta leave yourself some scaffolding to parkour to other players to continue having a great team throughout the season and not just for a couple of game weeks. See, look at me, FPL expert here, oh yes. With the final player in my first FPL draft being the one and only Antonio! Now, if he carries on scoring like he has been recently, he can celebrate like this all he wants. 6.5 million forward, where even though he could be a rotation risk, at his price and his form, he is an amazing pick. Also room to downgrade him to the Serbian Diego Costa Mitrovic, or even Che Adams if he fancies being more daddy than Ings. With my bench currently being Nyland, Ferguson, Gordon and Keenan Davis. More options might appear, but all of these should actually get some minutes. Nyland currently the only not injured Villa keeper that has actually played for them, but they'll probably get a replacement. Ferguson being Poor Palace's new signing, who could actually be Wan-Bissaka too. And then Gordon playing winger for Everton, who apparently they rate highly. But if you usually have Walcott on the wing, then how could you not rate him highly if that's what you're used to? Finishing with Keenan Davis, who must have impressed enough to get in the team at the end of the season. And all of those bench options being the minimum price, because that is my #1 rule in my teams. No money on the bench. Have a better team up there. But that is it for our first FPL draft of the 2020-21 season. 3 premium midfielders, a premium defender and an almost premium attacker, with none of these 5.5 mil enablers just stinking out the team. A very sexy team I have here indeed. That will definitely change more times than Pogba's haircut this year. But fixtures still yet to be announced, so teams will definitely sway towards who has the better ones. But I hope you have all enjoyed this video. As you know, FPL should be fun. It's not just about, this player had 20 shots in 3 games at home last season. I think you should pick him in your team. Thanks for watching, bye. But we can have some fun, have some banter, but still make the best decisions to become #1 in the entire world. It's gonna happen. But also, remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now.